A thin morning mist covered the woods near Duisburg on April 21st, 1945, when a single shot echoed across the clearing. In those collapsing final days of the war, such sounds were tragically common, yet this one marked the end of a remarkable military career. Walter Model, German field marshal known as Hitler's Firefighter, had chosen to end his life. Sent repeatedly to the most desperate sectors of the front, admired for his defensive talent and relentless energy, and feared for the harsh discipline imposed under his command, Model became a symbol of Germany's last attempts to hold an unwinnable war together. If you're interested in stories like this, leave a like and subscribe. Many more gripping historical narratives lie ahead. Walter Model was born on January 24, 1891, in Genthin near Magdeburg, into a modest teacher's family. A physically weak and bookish child, he showed little early interest in soldiering until witnessing a military exercise at age 15. The spectacle transformed his dreams. At 17, he entered the military academy at Nysa, enduring harsh discipline and graduating in 1910 as a lieutenant. During World War I on the Western Front, he proved resilient under fire, was wounded several times, and earned the Iron Cross First Class. When Germany surrendered in 1918, he held the rank of captain. Although the Reichswehr was reduced to minimal size under post-war treaties, Model remained in service, gaining a reputation for tireless dedication to training and organizational reform. His superiors noted his precision, discipline, and insistence on operational readiness, qualities that set him apart from many contemporaries. By 1932, he reached lieutenant colonel during a period of rapid political transformation. Under Hitler's regime, the German armed forces expanded and modernized at unprecedented speed. In 1935, General Staff Chief Ludwig Beck appointed Model to lead a special analytical department dedicated to assessing modernization initiatives. Though he lacked formal engineering background, he recognized the strategic promise of combined tank and air operations and became an energetic advocate of mobile warfare doctrines. In 1938, promoted to Major General, he joined the 4th Army Corps staff and participated in the invasion of Poland. During the 1940 campaign in France, he served with the 16th Army and later took command of the 3rd Panzer Division. Soldiers respected his habit of sharing frontline hardship and making rapid battlefield decisions. Conversely, many staff officers viewed him as abrasive. Administrative procedures and strict chains of command mattered little to him when combat realities demanded immediate action. Model's defining stage unfolded on the Eastern Front. Serving initially under Heinz Guderian, he took part in advances toward Smolensk and Kiev before assuming leadership of the 41st Motorized Corps during Operation Typhoon, the drive on Moscow. The offensive stalled in the harsh winter of 1941. While numerous commanders were removed in the aftermath, Model was promoted to lead the 9th Army, testimony to Hitler's growing confidence in his iron determination. Defensive battles around the Rzhev salient enhanced his reputation. For nearly a year, German forces maintained the exposed bridgehead under unrelenting Soviet offensives. Through aggressive troop rotation and rapid countermeasures, Model stabilized positions that other commanders might have abandoned. Though the eventual withdrawal came in spring 1943, the prolonged stand boosted his status as Germany's foremost defensive specialist. That summer's Battle of Kursk marked a bitter reversal. Despite careful planning, the German attack stalled amid deep defensive belts. Model's forces suffered heavy losses without the breakthrough expected. From that point on, tactical resilience increasingly failed to offset overwhelming strategic disadvantages. In territories under his authority, security actions were conducted to suppress resistance and ensure control, measures that later appeared in post-war documentation and investigations. Despite setbacks, Hitler entrusted Model with repeated rescue missions across collapsing fronts, earning him the enduring nickname Hitler's Firefighter. In early 1944, commanding Army Group North, he halted the Soviet advance toward the Baltic region and temporarily secured the front. Hitler awarded him the rank of Field Marshal and the Elite Diamonds to the Knight's Cross in recognition of these efforts. Soon he was transferred west following the Allied landings in Normandy. Facing confusion, material shortages, and fragmented units, Model recreated order amid retreat. In August 1944, he directed the breakout from the Falaise Pocket, rescuing large portions of encircled German forces. Weeks later, during the Allied airborne offensive near Arnhem, he again organized a swift defensive response using ad hoc formations, delaying enemy objectives beyond their timetable. These episodes highlighted his genius for emergency command, yet each success bought only limited time. Germany's industrial resources shrank, air superiority vanished, and replacement troops became fewer and less trained. By December 1944, Model committed his remaining armored strength to the Ardennes offensive, convinced that bold action offered the last chance to reverse defeat. The offensive collapsed under Allied resistance and superior logistics, resulting in irreplaceable losses. Hitler's faith in Model weakened, yet no alternative commander could improve the situation. In April 1945, Model's units were encircled in the Ruhr Pocket. Fuel, ammunition, and food were nearly exhausted. Attempts to break out failed, and communications with Central Command faltered. Accepting military reality, Model ordered his troops to disperse individually rather than surrender collectively, hoping to spare them unnecessary captivity. When Hitler learned of Model's decision, he issued an order for his immediate execution for disobedience. In the disintegrating Third Reich, even such final directives still carried weight. Historians debate what pushed Model to his final act. Some conclude he responded directly to Hitler's threat. Others argue he feared extradition to the Soviet Union if captured by Western forces. A third view suggests a personal crisis. After 2 wars devoted solely to military service, he saw civilian life in defeated Germany as unimaginable. On April 21, 1945, near Wiedau by Duisburg, Walter Model ended his life. His death concluded the career of a man who had risen from humble beginnings to become one of Germany's most prominent commanders, whose talents ultimately proved unable to arrest the collapse of the regime he served. Walter Model's life illustrates how courage, discipline, and technical skill can become inseparable from destructive political systems. Within the machinery of total war, individual qualities lose their moral clarity, serving objectives far larger and darker than personal ambition. His mastery of defensive warfare slowed countless advances, yet it could not reshape the war's final outcome. His solitary death in a quiet forest contrasts sharply with decades of command, orders, and battle noise, symbolizing how war often concludes not in grand resolution, but in silent personal reckonings. Remembering such figures is not an act of praise, but a reminder of how history binds individuals to vast and unforgiving forces. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like, subscribe, and enable notifications so you won't miss future journeys into the past.